Hi everyone, welcome back. It's that time of the month again where we need to look at the good, the bad and the ugly. Do you like my little Halloween background here? He's got a little chip on him this year. That's happened in my husband's tool cupboard shed sort of thing. So I'll find something to try and touch him up. Yeah, he's not got a name because, you know, he's an inanimate object. I don't tend to do that sort of thing. Not judging. But yeah, he's my little pumpkin from Halloweeny, festive-y, getting into the spirit. I'm drinking from my Halloween mug, which you're probably sick to death of hearing now if you've been on my channel for a couple of years. I will just add a disclaimer for this though. It's £5 or £6 from Wilko's. It gets very, very hot. You don't think it's going to because the candles inside, you think, oh, tea lights aren't going to get that hot, but it gets very hot, which is okay for me. I can go like this. If you've got children, be careful because obviously they're inquisitive and if they touch this it'll burn them. So you must be very careful with that. Don't know why I've just rambled on about that, but I guess you could count it as a favourite. Every single September, October, I have this cup and that ornament as a favourite because I just love it this time of year. So yeah, let's get stuck straight in with the good. Now, I've mentioned this palette before, but I'm going to have to mention my Makeup Revolution Flawless palette. It is all dirty, and I don't mind that because it's being used on a daily basis. I don't really want to clean it all up because it's in my project pan, or 4 of the shades are on project pan, so it's just going to get dirty again. I can't show you the matte shades that are in the project pan, so I'm just going to hold it like that to show you the other colours because I don't want to ruin the update for the project pan. So these are the colours here. I will just add that I admit that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, those 5 very, not so much this one, it's more, yeah, it's more this one, this one, this one and this one. I will find the names of them and annotate them on the screen for you. So not so much this one, but a little bit that one, but this general area here, they look more impressive, they stand out more, but they're very, very chunky and quite difficult to work with. But this whole shimmer section here, these shimmers here, these golds and plums, and you've got a lovely green, and you've got some taupe and some blue, navy blue and some silver. And then these lovely pinky neutral shades here, which I believe I used on my wedding day. I just absolutely love this palette. It's so versatile, and the mattes are great as well. I can't show them to you, but they're such fantastic colours. They're not creamy, you know. They are quite powdery, as you would expect a palette of this price to be. But for the price, I just think this palette is so worth getting. I believe, although it's very old and probably embarrassing, I think I've got a review on this palette, so if I can find that on my channel, I'll link it in the description bar for you. Next, I'm going to move on to a fairly new product to me, and that's the Ben Nye Luxury Powder, and I got mine in Cameo. Because I mainly use this to set my under eyes, I kind of wish now I'd got a more brightening one, like neutral set, because I'm very fair, but this is not too dark for me, it's just the same colour of my skin tone really. And I heard about it on Emily Noel's channel. I'd heard about Ben Nye Banana Powder before that, but I didn't realise they did other shades until Emily Noel talked about Cameo. And I think this would be brightening on her because she has a slightly darker skin tone to me. But nevertheless, I really love this product. You get so much. I don't know how I'm ever going to get through it. Yeah, I mean, it is a bit of a pain because you do, oh, drop the lid. It is a bit of a pain in the sense that you have to make sure you decant just the right amount of product, otherwise really you can't put the cap back on and it's just a pain then and you have to waste a bit. But I've gotten into the habit now of knowing how much I need for both eyes, which is the tiniest bit. And a little tip for this, guys, if you order this yourself, mine comes with a sifter, and what I've done is I've peeled the sticker off the sifter to only remove one, to release one hole, and I've left the sticker over the other holes, and that just makes it that much easier for getting the tiniest bit out into the cap. So really good tip there for you, because otherwise you'll go like that and you'll just get tons in the cap. I mean, I get tons with that one hole, so how much people get when they release all the holes, I don't know. But that's definitely been a favourite. It doesn't add a huge amount of extra coverage, but a little bit I feel it does. It just mattifies, but not, it doesn't dry out, and just stops your under eye concealer from creasing. I haven't got any on today, so it's a bit shiny, because I just didn't feel like powdering on my face today. I'm going for a dewy look. Because my face is quite dry and gets much drier as well in autumn winter, so I'm not powdering today, but I really love that, and it's been a favourite all month, and I think it's probably just going to continue to be a favourite, so I'll try not to mention it every single month. Next I've got the Garnier Ultimate Blends Mythic Olive, the Weightless Nourisher Balm for dried out hair. This is a mask. I don't know why I keep doing this to myself of buying regular conditioners when I know they don't work for me. With my really dry curly hair, I really need to use a mask as a conditioner, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do moving forwards. I'm going to try and avoid buying any more conditioners. It's just, you know, I'm a bit of a sucker for a set. I like a matching, you know, bra and pants for lingerie. I like to buy the matching shampoo and conditioner. You know how it is. But yeah, this is fantastic. I do like the shampoo as well, but it's the mask that in this range that's in my favourites. I did a swap with my friend Lorraine on YouTube. I'll link it in the description bar for you. And she sent me a sachet off it. I had already bought this before I got her sachet, but that reminded me to try it because I'm not sure if I had tried it yet or not. But I've kept her sachet for when I'm travelling, and I tried this and I've been using it, and it's really great. I'm suffering so much with suffering. It's not an illness. I've got a lot of frizz going on at the minute. I mean, I've got a lot of frizz going on in my lifetime, but I mean, it's particularly bad at the minute. And so that's really been helping me out. I've been putting a lot of oils on, but then it tends to get, when you put oils on, it tends to give you this sort of like stringy look. So it never makes my hair look greasy, but it doesn't, my curls aren't as lovely and bouncy and soft when I put oils on. So that's really great for that. The next product I'm going to mention is, I'm not sure I'm going to be using it going forwards, although I might, is Soleil Anti-Aging Face Fluid in SPF 50 by Superdrug. This is so cheap, it's unbelievable, and it's the best facial SPF I've ever used. As a fair girl, I've tried a lot of them. I particularly disliked the Clarins one with the matching eye cream. I can put this right round here and up here, so not obviously on my eyelid, and it doesn't irritate my eyes, which is unbelievable for me, because even MAC Studio Fix concealer I can't put up to my eye, but with SPF 15 in it because it irritates my eye, but this one doesn't. It doesn't completely matte. It says mattifying, which it doesn't completely matte down. I still feel like it leaves you with a dewy finish if you put foundation on the top of it and then don't set that foundation, but it's not greasy, which I love, and I actually find it works really well as a primer. I've had a look at the ingredients list. I can't see glycerin or anything in it, and it does have alcohol in it, which is about 1/3 down the list, alcohol done it, so you know, some people might not like that, but for me it's not too high up. I agree it's non-pore blocking, and I find it works really well protecting my skin when the sun is out. So if you're fair and you're looking for a good SPF for your face, I highly recommend this. It's got no sort of awkward shimmering. It comes out kind of like a yellowy colour, but I mean, that doesn't translate massively onto the skin, although, you know, having said that, I find that you know, when I wear this I don't feel like I've got like redness on my face, so maybe it is counteracting that. I never really considered that before now, but I just really like this product, and I recommend it for the price as well. It's ridiculous. It's about £3 or £4. The Clarins one I think I paid like £30 for, so yeah, it's fantastic. Next I'm going to mention this Forever Living serum, and it's from their Sonya range, and I bought this from my friend Kate, who's a rep. You probably already know somebody who's a Forever Living rep if you do wish to purchase any Forever Living, but just in case that's not the case, I'll speak to Kate and ask her if I can get her contact details and leave them in the description box bar for you in case you want to get anything. But this is Aloe Nourishing Serum with white tea, and you get 4 fluid ounces. It was an expensive product, it was £35, but for 4 fluid ounces, and you just need 1 pump, the smallest amount. I imagine this is going to last me about 2 years. Let's see what the expiry is on it. It doesn't say if it has an expiry, which is unusual, isn't it? Oh yeah, sorry, it does. It has actually an expiry date, rather it's 2020. So yeah, this will last me for 4 years. I wouldn't be surprised if I get it to last that long. But what I love it for is not necessarily skincare, although it is a serum. I use this as a primer. So on days when I'm not wearing SPF, I'm using this as a primer. It's got both dimethicone and glycerin in it, and it really makes your foundation stick onto your face, much like the Aftershave Balm by Nivea and Sensitive. It's got glycerin and does a similar thing. This to me is a fantastic primer. I put it on top of my moisturiser and before my foundation, and I just feel like it's not necessarily pore filling, but I don't you know have a massive problem with pores. It's just very smoothing and very hydrating, and just gives you a lovely base for makeup. My next favourite I'm going to mention is this Revlon nail polish in the colour Grey Suede, which is 030. I can't remember where I got this. I think it might have been a subscription box, but I got it and thought, that's not my cup of tea. I can see shimmer in it, which I don't like in a nail polish. I'm not against shimmer, obviously, flawless palette, but I don't like it in a nail polish. And also I felt like it was quite a sheer formula. When I rolled it around, it looked like it was going to be watery, but with this it dries really well between coats. You can easily put 2 coats on in this, and 2 coats for me is enough. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's completely opaque in 2 coats, but I'm not motivated to put a 3rd coat on, let's just say that much. You can't really see much of a shimmer on the nail. I like that about it. The colour is gorgeous, especially for work. I mean, this time of year, when you want to wear a vampy lip so you don't want to overdo your nails like I am doing today, this is just lovely. So for those neutral girls that like that sort of greyish colour, highly recommend that one. The concealer I've been absolutely loving for this month is Collections Lasting Perfection. I got mine in Fair. Where have you been all my life? This concealer, I know I'm literally once again the very last person in the world on the bandwagon with it, but the problem is every time I've gone to buy this, it's out of stock, and it just goes to show it must be that popular. It's about £4.19, I say about, that is how much it costs in the UK. I'm sorry this is not that readily available outside the UK, I'm aware of that, but this product is amazing. I don't really want to spoil it that much because I have a Battle of the Under Eye Concealer drugstore review series, which I'm going to feature this in, and that's why I'm trying not to use it up. But I can see why people buy this and buy this and buy this. I can't speak to whether it has 16-hour wear because I haven't worn it for that long yet, and I haven't used it on blemishes. I literally just use it under the eye. I haven't got it on today, but this product is a fantastic colour. It's not too pink, not too yellow, just not too anything. It's just a really great colour, lovely and brightening. I've had a few people say this is very drying and you have to be careful if you have dry under eyes. I have normal to dry skin, but I put an eye cream on underneath this and I find it works brilliantly. It doesn't dry me out at all. In regards to lasting and for coverage, it's blown, for example, Maybelline Fit Me out of the water, Maybelline's Instant Age Eraser Dark Circles out of the water, Revlon's Colour Stay Concealer out of the water. This is just right up there, and I can see that again becoming a holy grail product. The very last thing I'm going to mention for favourites is an eye thing, a mascara combo. I've been using Revlon Volume Length Magnified, the one with the cap. It's coming up a bit blue on camera, but it's more of a purple than real life. And then the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I like to apply this a little coat. I haven't got it on today. Again, sorry guys, I've been trying some new makeup. I put this on one light coat, which is lovely and separating, and this one over the top, which gives me more volume and length. The problem with this on its own is that it can stick lashes together. It doesn't separate lashes, so it can make me look like I have less lashes than I do. But to go over the top of a different mascara, I think it works amazingly for. So this combo has been a winner chicken dinner this month. I'm not sure necessarily I would repurchase either of them at this point because I just feel like there's so many other mascaras I want to try, but they've definitely been a favourite, so they do need mentioning. So the next part, we're going to get straight on to the bad. So that's the ones that have been a bit disappointed, but not necessarily been awful. So the first product in the bad category has got to be my Body Shop Lightening Drops. I'm really disappointed with this. I paid full price for it at the time because it was exempt from whatever sale they had going on with it being so new, and I think I might have bought it out of my birthday money. I haven't used it until now because with the summer being here I haven't really needed to lighten foundation, but I've tried it recently, now the autumn's setting in, and it's not true that it doesn't affect the that it doesn't affect the coverage or consistency of your foundation. When you think about it logically, I mean it's quite impossible to make that claim. How can adding another consistency product not change the original consistency? I admit that it's very good for changing the colour, but if you wear a medium to full coverage foundation, this will lighten the coverage of the foundation. But that's not the main reason why I don't like it. It's very messy packaging. If you have a look at the top, I mean, you can see that going everywhere. If you look, it's not leaving a lot of room. And the other thing as well is, I'm going to take this back and see if they'll exchange it, but there's hardly any product in here. It says it has 15 fluid mils in it, 0.5 fluid ounces, but when I lift it out, and hardly, I mean, that's the most I've ever seen come out of that. It's hard, I can't show you without making a big mess, but I'm pressing down on the pipette and either the pipette is faulty or there's not any product in here, but I can't get it to disperse. Like, I have to go like that and it just spits the tiniest bit out. So yeah, I'm not impressed with the packaging. I feel like somebody's either opened that in store and can't use some out of it, or the pipette is faulty. But yeah, I would not buy that again. I feel like I would much prefer to buy the lightest shade of a foundation I really like and add that in to make another foundation lighter, especially when you think this is 0.5 fluid ounces and it was £10. So I get the foundation I'm going to mention, the one I like the most really, you get 1 fluid out and you get it for approximately £5, so you get double as much and it's half the price. So I'd rather just buy the very lightest shade of this one to see if I can lighten up a foundation. I think it's a very gimmicky idea. I've been told the darkening version is a bit disappointed in the sense that it's quite ashy, so you can use it for contouring, but if you've got a warm complexion and you try and use it to make a foundation darker, it's not going to work. I can't make claim to that, but I certainly am disappointed by this, let's say that. The next disappointing product I'm going to mention is these OGX spray oils, and I'm going to mention them as a general. The one I like the most, that disappoints me the least, is the coconut water one, which is the weightless hydration oil. I think I pretty much have all of these, but I've got these 3 to show you as an example. The thing about this is not the product itself, because that is good, it's the packaging. This is an oil, OGX, okay? It's an oil. It's going to make everything that touches slippy. Why you'd put it in a bottle shape like that? As soon as I go to try, it just slips straight out of my hand. There's nothing you can do to keep it in place. Look, you can't press down because the bottle just moves down your hand. And even if you try and spray it onto your hand and put it through your hair, they're very watery oils, that's not going to work. It makes it very, very difficult to use these products, and as much as I like them and I want to use them, your packaging means I can't. So yes, I can't put them in ugly because of the category, because of the fact that the product is good, the packaging needs addressing. Maybe if you had bigger hands, but you know, I imagine the majority of people that are going to use these products are going to be women, and women tend to have small hands. I'm sorry if that offends anyone. I know women's and men's hands are all different shapes and sizes. I hope I'm not being too politically incorrect, but I find that women's hands in particular tend to be, as a general rule, smaller than men's hands. Gotta be so careful these days, haven't you? And yet it's just not working. So I have to make sure my hands are completely clean. I haven't touched my hair. I dry my hands. I clean the bottle, and then I put it in my hand and have to go all over my hair and then touch my hair. Whereas what I like to be able to do as I'm going is go like this with a product. You can't do that with that, because as soon as the oil touches your hands, it's game over. And the very last thing I'm going to mention in the bad category is this L'Oreal ELVIVE Colour Protect. Now you might be shocked by this because you've probably seen this in a favourite before, but it took me a while to realise that this product is actually suffocating my hair. So when you first put it on, it makes your hair feel really soft and sort of detangled. But I think it must just have loads of silicone in and nothing else, and what it's doing to my hair is starving my hair of any moisture or nutrition. So I find that after a while of using this, my hair just starts to fail to thrive, fail to flourish, let's say, and nothing I can do will help it until I just stop using this and use a different conditioner. So I'm not sure whether this would work if you used a conditioner and then this on the top, but even then I think you'd have to be careful of getting quite a strong shampoo to wash all the silicone off your hair before you condition it again next time. So I'm not going to be repurchasing this, especially since I've found the Olive one by Garnier, which works actually much better than that. I'm afraid I actually haven't got any categories for the ugly category, any products for the ugly category this month, so that'd be good for those who don't like to hear other people whinging on. So sorry if it disappoints anyone, because I know people love to hear a good rant about products that are rubbish as well, but I'm always true and honest, and I haven't had any this month, but I'll be keeping my eyes peeped for next month in October to talk about products that are really terrible. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you so much to everybody who's made it this far, because it's a 20-minute long video by the looks of it, and thank you if you're subscribed. Perhaps you'd like to subscribe if you're not, and I hope everybody's having a really great day. See you later, guys. Bye.